Are you playing the game or is the game playing you? About a week ago, I met this young lady walking down the access road. I was out of town. She was out of town too. Neither one of us live in the city in which we were in. Um, I went to high school in the city, so like I know the city. So like, yeah, it's not like a place I hadn't been. It's just not where I live. But yeah, so I see her walking down the access road. She looked out of place. I don't normally pick up strangers now. And she was an attractive young lady. Didn't necessarily feel like she was like prostituting herself or nothing like that. That's not really what I thought. She just looked like somebody that like needed some help, was like in trouble. So clarify perspective on my thinking when I picked her up and what I found out later on. Now, what I found out later on was somewhat surprising, somewhat, but not really. Because it's pretty much the case I see like 90% of the time. Like, I don't know. She's a attractive, seemingly intelligent young lady. I'm like, so what you doing down here? How long you been here? Like, I know you ain't from here. She's like, I just got here. Just got off the bus. I had a reservation at the hotel up the street. Uh, they didn't honor my reservation, so I'm just, was walking to the next hotel. I'm like, oh, okay. So again, like, why'd you come down here? And she was, beating around the bush, like, she was just trying to get out. So then, like, you got kids. What's your home life like? Like, what you got going on? Are you running from something? What's the problem? It all comes down to like, it all comes down to, and then I'm not trying to like put what I think on top of what was said, but from what I take it, she done traveled like 150 miles on the weekend because she got a babysitter for the weekend. She got 3 kids. She gonna like, suck a little dick, sell a little pussy, make that money, strip, whatever. I'm like, I don't know if that's really a plan. Like, how old are you? Like, you look pretty young. She was like 24, 25, with 3 kids, seemingly educated, attractive. And I'm just like, why? Like, as much as women seem to have figured out, it's just like one point. Like, I see a lot of y'all missing out on, and it's not even y'all's fault. I'm not even gonna say this is y'all's fault. This is the culture of the society at the moment, especially black culture. But the problem is, men basically put you into 2 different categories. It's the hoe category, and it's the at least the potential to be wifey category. Potential, like looks wise, you got potential. Education wise, you got potential. But the mindset just threw you back down into a whole category that you think you want to be in that you really don't want to be in. It's like, why do I not want to be there? I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all the rap songs, TV, all that's pretty much telling you, like, just if you do this, you can get that. But it ain't no honor in that. There's no respect in that. And nobody's gonna value that. Like, let's be for real. Like, you can get what you want out of life. You just can't go about it getting it the way you've been told and shown and conditioned to think you're gonna get it. I don't know. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. You know anybody that's done made it rich being a hoe? Maybe short term. Maybe short term. Maybe short term. Maybe you done married a nigga and he died. You knocked him off, and you got like I don't know. I wouldn't call that rich. That's something else. That's something else. I wouldn't call that rich. I wouldn't call that rich. Like, and we ain't even talking about rich. What we talking about on here is building abundance, and abundance comes with doing it in accordance with the Lord, and that's not right. Like, you can't do not right things and expect to get right from it. Like, and yeah, my thing to black women especially, like, stop killing your value. Like, people do see value in you till you show them like they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't my responsibility, so I ain't just too fucked up. But I just see this happen like way too much. Like, way too much. Way too much. It's just like, you selling yourself short, thinking you playing somebody else. But at the end of the day, you might have got a little bit, but you short of what it take to really have a lot. You're not working towards what it takes to have what you really want out of life. Like I said in the last video about buying a house, like, if my goal was not to buy a house and I didn't take actions, like, that would have never happened. Like, I can't tell you how you need to do everything for you, because you got a special set of circumstances and you even got resources that I don't have. That's another thing I've noticed. A lot of people sell themselves short and have resources. Resources to where, like, you could probably make $50,000, $100,000 a year easy, just within the resources you have, using them differently. I mean, I've had that problem in relationships myself. I'm like, I own several businesses. I make a decent amount of money. Like, I don't know. I'm single. If you would like to be with me and you would like me to help you, you should be trying to help me, right? But that don't be the case. Most of them don't really want too much of nothing, and will give up everything they got for a little bit of nothing. That's kind of sad, really. Like, because my goal is to have more than that. And when you do that, you kind of like, if I gave you more, you probably fuck up even more. Like, and that's not a good thing. That is so not a good thing in life. Like, I'm trying to build something up, and I can't really deal with people going backwards. And just because you're in a situation, or your actions don't necessarily make you a bad person at all. Oh, that's not what I'm saying. I totally understand. Like, I'm really telling this story because I actually think she's a pretty good person. Like, I think she's a pretty decent person. I don't know. It's like, it's confused. You out here sleepwalking with the wrong mindset. A lot of people I've noticed just have the wrong mindset. I ain't saying I got everything down pat. I'm just saying a lot of other people's mindset is just like, Like, I don't know. Yeah, that's why I'm hitting on this thing about goals. You have to set the goal in your mind. Pray about it. Have faith that it's going to work out. Because, I mean, the best things that worked out for me in life, had no idea they was going to happen, was not trying to make them happen. I was going in the direction of making them happen, but they happened in a whole different way, if you understand what I'm saying. It wasn't all because of me. But it is all because of me to an extent, because if I didn't ever start walking in that direction without knowing what was in that direction, the other part would have never happened either. Like, works is a good part of faith. Like, what are you working on? If what you're working on is being a better hoe, I mean, I guess that's kind of sad. And I mean, I'm just saying, I like the merchandise. I saw the merchandise. I liked it. I mean, after hearing her story, I threw her a couple dollars just because, I make that money back. I make that money back in overnight. I mean, I invest, so like, a good day in the stock market right there. But that's something to think about. Like, this is generational curses, really. I would say that's what it is. Because a lot of people I meet clearly was not raised up in the streets for real. Like, you can tell they came to this shit later. Man, that ain't where they came up at. And a lot of people that came up in the streets doing better about trying to stay out the fucking streets. It isn't people that, could jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out. It just get stuck in the rotation of just being stuck there. And not knowing that that's not where you want to be. You started off at a good place. You probably did things to make it harder to stay where you was at. Self-included. But I don't know. We definitely need to work on this as a community. Like, it takes a village. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I really. I guess I stayed in contact with the person, so I guess, yeah. I was like, it's something you can do. Like, I understand you have kids and da 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 da, but that's no excuse. That's no excuse to sell yourself short. And what really even tripped me out, and I had questions on this. She didn't do any kind of drugs or anything. It was just all about, like, I need to get some money and I guess probably some time out the house. Like, shit. Probably would make more money with a part-time job at Walmart. Like, I don't know. I was like, okay, we gonna get off the females for a hot little second. We gonna get on some of these dudes. This is for anybody, though. Really, this technically can apply to females at this point. I know they dudes try to get out in the street, try to be a dope boy, try to do this, that, and other, try pimping, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, you really don't make no money, though. Like, you got a little bit of money, you might flash some money, but, like, shit. Half the time, that don't even be the whole story on how you even came up on that money. You holding your girl money, you holding the dope man money, that's your re-up money. You in the club stunting with the re-up money. Only about $10 of that's your money. You in there fronting with that next man money. Like, don't do that shit. That's crazy. I'm just saying. Some of y'all be better off working at motherfucking McDonald's, work your way up to manager, and probably be making $30,000, $40,000 a year and be straight. You out here trying to sell this dream to these hoes. That's what you trying to do. And this is where the problem goes back onto the females, because that's what y'all want. See, y'all actually, the actions in whom you choose dictates how some men act. Let that sink in. So, you want a dope boy. You got a nigga out here that ain't his lane. Shit, that ain't his lane. Some people, like, that could be their lane. I'm like one of them that could be their lane kind of people. Like, been places, seen things, know people, but that ain't what I'm trying to do in life. That ain't how I'm trying to run my game. That's not, like, nah, that ain't part part of it for me. I don't disrespect anybody that chose that path. I'm just saying, sometimes working at McDonald's probably would have been a better choice for you. I'm just saying. You could have worked your way up. Who knows who you would have met in between and moved up from there. Like, you just got to learn how to play your position. Like, I was in the corporate world. I found out that ain't my position. That ain't my position. But what I learned by going there, I was a licensed financial advisor. I had a Series 7, a Series 66, and an insurance license. But yeah, that was, yeah, I did okay. But that wasn't my lane. There were some things that happened, things that were said at places I worked at that just was like, nah, I want to help my community, and y'all don't give a fuck about my community. My community is a joke to you people. Like, really. Like, you don't really even want to deal with us. And I'm not going to say who I worked for and who said what, but just say, like, yeah. There's been things said, just the attitudes of some people, like, they don't respect us. We're a joke to them. Like, your money ain't even good. Like, you trying to work up to what they looking at as a motherfucking starter kit. Like, for real. Let's be for real. When you seen that in life, you just like, yeah, maybe I need to go back and help my people where they at. That's kind of how I ended up owning. That ain't the first business I had, but yeah, my main business, which is basically income tax preparation. That's how that happened. I was not trying to do that at all. Like, yeah, I have worked in finance. I do have a degree in finance. I have a minor in accounting. Accounting is actually easier than finance. Accounting is just counting shit. Like, as long as you know what category to put it in and count it, like, it's pretty fucking simple. Like, finance sometimes involves some other concepts that probably are not what you would think they would be. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's other concepts involved. Not to say that I find that that's hard. I actually find that more interesting. But that's me. But I don't know. I started off volunteering with Acorns, and it's like back when Obama was running for president. I volunteered with Acorns as a tax preparer. That's how I became a tax preparer. And, that's how I ended up pretty much on an income tax service. A lot of drama in between. A lot of ups, lots of downs. Anybody's on the business gonna tell you they done had ups and downs. If they don't tell you they done had downs, they lying to you. They are lying. It's something all the time running a business. But I don't know. It don't really matter like what your situation is. I think most people are trying to work towards pretty much the same thing anyway. Pretty much anybody you talk to, they just want to have a decent life. They want a nice place to stay, nice place for the kids. I think most people just want the same type of shit. Decent shit, better shit for their family. I'm like, it's actually pretty easy to do. Sometimes you just can't, most people can't see the forest for the trees. Let that sink in. Most people can't see the forest for the trees. Sometimes everything you need is right in front of you, but you looking all around it and you don't see it.